Well, one day I was sitting around at home, like I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I was sitting there on the couch, just kind of staring off into space, but I was feeling pretty happy, and well, I was kind of wondering why, like when you're happy, you wonder why, in case you ever want to be happy again, then you can know how to get happy. And like it wasn't that the room was all cleaned up because it was all messy, and I hadn't just finished eating a big meal or anything, or nothing like that, It seemed like something more basic, and well, it kind of finally came to me, like I'm a bachelor, and I was just sitting around my pad, grooving, singing this song. Bachelors are the happiest men. They just do as they please. They got no worries, they got no cares. They live a life of ease. Well, sometimes they like to tell you that two people can live as cheap as one, like girls especially tell you that. Well, like I've never seen it happen. Like every time I ever go into a restaurant or something with a girl or something, well, they always charge you twice as much, and that just seems completely contrary to what they always tell you. And us bachelors, we just sitting around, shooting the breeze. Me and the boys just doing what we please, 'cause bachelors are the happiest men. They just do as they please. Well, some of you might have a girlfriend, and sometimes they have a problem or something, and they start crying, and well, they expect you to hug them and kiss them, and all that kind of junk, and it's really a problem, like if they just come out and say what's wrong, well, then you'd know, but they mess around like that. Another thing. Bachelors are the happiest men. They just do as they please. They got no worries, they got no cares. They live a life of ease. How about a bachelor piano solo? While I think of what to do next. Is it? Well, it's such an easy life, like never have to come and eat at 5 o'clock or something like that, like when I get hungry, I just go get some bread, and scrape the mold off, and get some peanut butter out of the refrigerator and put it on there, and slap a little jam on, and then hit them together like that, and you got a meal, get some water. Sometimes I have milk,
You don't have to wait up for somebody to eat it with.
Yeah, that's another thing, eat anytime you want, or if you don't want to,
You don't have to eat it
don't
at all.
eat, yeah.
Make it and let her sit there. Throw it in the fridge or something.
That's right. He's a bachelor too. They live a life of ease.
Thank you.